a lot of you right out here. In fact, a lot of them know him more than me also, And so, I mean, he's been instrumental in helping eBay. eBay is one of our top 3 accounts, and eBay is there, Wells Fargo, Semantic. These are 3 significant accounts which he's supporting and has grown along with, supporting people, in their career growth and different job placements and all that. So give him a big hand, and later, in fact, let me do the introductions, and then I think we'll have our top 2 speak a little, about, what their views are. And let me start with Sunil. In fact, our Chicago head, and Sunil, the great guy, fun to be with. I think after a couple of drinks, he gets, he just flew in today from Chicago.
That's why I was started.
He flew in today from Chicago, and and he's leading the charge there in Chicago, along with great support from Kanchan. Lot of people know her as Sona Kale. She's our senior account manager and sourcing person. Come. So Sona and Sunil are known to Rangers in Chicago, and we hope to grow our Chicago office. And we started our Chicago office a few years back, primarily for immigration purposes. But it's an integral part of our team right now, and for the last 3 years we've seen tremendous growth, right? And it's one of those stable economies there. And overall, it doesn't mean Chicago only in the center, but it's a primary hub. And they've been pretty instrumental in where we are today, and we've got great resources. And Kanchan Sona is first time here, I guess, first time here with us, and she could make it last year. But give both a big hand, both flowing today. And in fact, later I think each of you can speak a little bit about what their backgrounds are. I'll let them do the speaking on that. So then let me introduce you to our new edition. In fact, we have a senior sales manager in New Jersey who couldn't join us. She's a small kid. And whereas Shamim, let me introduce Shamim. In fact, Shamim is our new hire, and he's a friend of mine. He's really adding to the management team of ours. So Shamim was joined in as a VP of Business Development, and Shamim and I go back 20 years, 15 years when I came to the US. In fact, I did my master's and came to the Bay Area to look for a job. I stayed with Shamim. And he was my friend, philosopher, guide, and really guiding me through the tough times. And this is back in 1992, when the recession was there, and finding a job was pretty tough, pretty tough. We used to be in suits, and going through trains and going to every company and giving out your resumes. And Shamim at that time, I think, was already working at Intel. So Shamim, I managed Shamim because a lot of background. He's worked across the globe, and there's companies I think he'll talk more about in terms of what his background is. But he's going to get in a lot of valuable management, which which will help get us to a different direction. So I really appreciate his contribution, and in fact he'll talk a little bit more about himself later. Give him a big hand. Thank you. And but then I've got, before I introduce my admin staff, and I've got Kanchana. She's our great resourcing person, right? And I'm sure most of you already know her. She's been, come on, Kanchana. I think she's been instrumental in account management, resourcing, lot of good people, whom we have working at a lot of our clients. So I think Kanchana and Sona are our great stalwarts, and supported by Prajita in Virginia, and then we've got 2 people in India, Funny, who are doing awesome work, right? And really a lot of our client, end of the day, finding good people is the key thing, right? Finding the right match. And without them, you can get in whatever business you want. If you cannot identify the right resource, there's really no business out there. You lose the client right away. So I think give them a big hand. There's a big contribution which people are going to play in terms of where we are today. And thanks a lot, Kanchana. And let me now introduce, this was in terms of sales, just to sort of summarize, we've got 5 sales. In fact, there's another person who couldn't join us. He's just starting with us end of this month. He comes with a lot of background in Oracle Labs, BI space, and he's been in sales in his previous life. He's done about 10 years in sales and moved into technical. So he's joining us as a senior business development manager, and he'll be joining us end of this month. So he'll be working on a lot of BI space, Oracle Labs, and ERP kind of focus. So his name is Bob Arora, and Vijay Arora. So he couldn't join us today. He had other plans. He just started with us. So he's another person. So totally, in terms of business development sales team, we have 5 people. 2 here, and two here, one in Chicago, one in New Jersey, and I think a couple of people who are playing dual hats in terms of resourcing and account management. In terms of our resourcing team and account management, we have 5 people, 2 in India, 1 in Virginia, 1 in New Jersey, and 1 here, and 1 in Chicago. So that's what our team is, that gets us business, does the placement, of course. And I also do sales, right? So essentially, that's our key team, and we're very well supported by our, let me start by introduction of our accounts team, key people who are responsible for your payroll, accounts, payables. So I'm sure all of you know her. You must have seen emails from Preeti and Smita. Where are they? Smita just got back from India. Come on, Smita and Preeti. Come on, give them a big hand. Smita was in India, partying in Bombay. Preeti held the fort, I was nervous, but I think Smita was supporting her from India, and I really valuable contribution from both of them. They've done an awesome job in supporting us. We're really short-handed, and in spite of the pressure which I put, right? In spite of the pressure I put, right? They do an awesome job, and we've never had a payroll that's late, or and obviously payments, are scheduled and stuff like that. There's a lot of small things in this line of business which we need to take care of. But both of them